top 5 potential clients for a future Su-35 export deal, from Algeria and Egypt to Iran and India. Russia's Su-35 4++ generation air superiority fighter entered service in the country's air force, and is a direct successor to the Soviet Su-27 flanker, which was designed to go head-to-head with elite of a NATO fleet such as the US Air Force's F-22 Raptors. The fighter is derived from the Su-27 S airframe, but boasts multiple significant differences, including entirely new sensor, electronic warfare and avionics suites, a reduction in radar cross-section around 70% lower, a high composite airframe which is both lighter and more durable, a higher sortie rate, more powerful L-41 engines and a range of new weapon systems. With over 100 in service in the Russian Air Force today, and the fighter extensively combat-rested in Syria since early 2016, the program is considered a major success, with export orders for around 24 fighters each signed with China and Egypt, and a further agreement for sale of 11 fighters made with Indonesia. With Russia's more advanced Su-57 next-generation heavyweight fighter having yet to enter service, and the Chinese J-16 and J-20 and American F-22 all unavailable for export, the Su-35 is arguably the most capable fighter in air-to-air combat on world export markets today, and is expected to see at least some additional export orders over the next decade. A look at the leading potential clients for future sales of the Su-35 is given below. An arms embargo on Iran imposed by a Western-drafted resolution at the United Nations Security Council is scheduled to be lifted in October 2020, with the country expected to place orders for multiple high-end fighter classes shortly afterwards. The Su-35 is a leading potential candidate to provide Iran with a more capable fighter class, which will be able to reliably counter a growing number of American F-22 and F-35 jets deployed to the Persian Gulf region, as well as the F-15QA and F-15SA jets of its Gulf allies and the F-35 seconds of the Israeli Air Force. Iran's potential purchases are restricted by a relatively limited defense budget and an ongoing economic crisis. And with the country today seeing much closer economic cooperation with China than with Russia and receiving very large amounts of Chinese investment, it is highly possible that it will focus on the